All right, guys. So we want to talk more about gear. So this is gear and not firearms. So specifically nylon gear. We're going to talk about this chest rig. This is the Ready rig from TRX Arms. It's been been out for a couple of years now. I know that talking about this isn't anything new or revolutionary or groundbreaking, but this does seem to have gotten a lot of attention and then kind of fallen by the wayside. It's a very interesting design. They basically, and if you guys have looked at this to any length, this is basically just a adaptation of their their plate carrier cummerbund, and it works very similar in the back where you can kind of size it and you have an adjustment back here that you can cover up because Lucas is a big fan of not exposing any more Velcro than you need to, and it basically just has suspenders included in it, which you can size to your size, your built, your frame, which is cool because then you don't have to worry about sizing. You can just buy one, size it to yourself. You're in really, really good shape to go. I do like that it has the different cells in here. They're elastic, so it's going to retain pretty much anything really, really well. They are different size, so the rearward ones are the largest and the frontmost are the smallest. So things like a cat tourniquet or a flashlight here fit in there pretty well. The 3 cells in front are basically set for 5.56 magazines, based on how I have mine set up here, you can see. And they do on what's basically like the placard front here. This is all Velcro. You can see the GP pouch from TRX Arms. If I take that off for a second, this here, all this Velcro, there's actually like a stiffening insert of sorts. It's not very stiff, maybe just like doubled up on the fabric material, but it is a little bit stiffer there, so you have some rigidity as you're engaging or disengaging the Velcro that you have here. I like that they put this nice clean end on here so you have something to grab a hold of and open up. The GP pouch, you can use any Velcro GP pouch. Honestly, I just grabbed the TRX Arms one because why not? It's not the best GP pouch in the world. It does have, for room for either a chem light or a Sharpie, whatever you need on the end. I shoved some very basic medical in here, some gauze and stuff. It's not going to do a lot. What I would recommend is one of these larger cells back here, maybe putting in one of the vacuum sealed first aid kits or something like that from T-Rex, or carrying one with you in a pants pocket or something. Having a cat out here is going to help, but this is really like a first responders type rig or something super low profile that you can keep in the back of your car with maybe like an AR pistol or something. I'll show you guys. I actually struggled with this to learn how to put it on because the way it opens up. So you have an X harness in the back that's adjustable. Okay, your head goes through this hole here and your arm swims through. Okay, so you swim through. I'm gonna look like an idiot here, but I struggle with it. So head goes through, swim your left arm through it. Okay, and then kind of like what you would with a plate carrier here, you bring the other side around. I find that I have to kind of hold this in place, otherwise it gets lopsided, which bothers me because it's elastic. Then stretch this across. A little more. There we go. Get that lined up, and bam, there you go. I don't really like running my chest rig super low. Some guys do, it's fine. If you run this higher, like I'm doing, kind of right below the breast line, you can put a button-down shirt or jacket or something over this, and it actually conceals fairly well, and you still have enough room below it where you can easily engage your concealed carry gun if that's something that you're into. So it's not a bad design. It's great for concealment. If you are a first responder and you want to like load it down with med, I suppose it's probably something you could do. You can fit a radio in here, although it does make it a little bit difficult because of just the design with these suspenders and there's no rigidity or anything. It makes it difficult if you're trying to run like a shoulder mic or anything. I guess you could take something like one of these push-to-talks here that have an alligator clip on them. You could, in theory, find a way to run this where you maybe clip that together if you're running it to a headset, or maybe a trucker mic or something if you're running to like a Baofeng, and you can figure out some way to route it where you have a mic on your shoulder. If not, you're just going to be taking it in and out all the time. Maybe you mount it up front in lieu of a magazine or something, so you have immediate access there. It just depends on how you want to apply this particular system. So there's a bunch of different uses for it. I think it was one of those niche product launches from T-Rex. I do believe I heard somebody say that they're getting ready to revamp the design and come out with something new and different because this has just fallen by the wayside. Really, the only guys you saw running these things really heavily were dudes that were instructors and were giving it a shot, so they had something nice, light, and easy to travel with that they could carry all their stuff in. or the guys from T-Rex themselves. Now, I'm sure there were probably some, active duty or agency type folks that were running these for different use cases and things, but in the civilian space, you really don't see a ton of these anymore. It's like the entry level chest rig. If you have a buddy who's trying to get into shooting and needs to carry mags, but doesn't have a lot of money to spend, you were like, hey man, you need to go buy a Ready Rig. And they work well for that. And they, again, you can get usually whatever color you want, completely made in America. And you don't have to worry about sizing because it is a one size fits all product. I've had zero issues with this. I believe this is one of the designs that Derek Freimeyer did at T-Rex before his departure a couple years back, before the great exodus of T-Rex employees. But I digress. So it's okay. It is pretty comfortable because it is entirely elastic. It would be kind of cool if they maybe made a 5-inch version. It's just a little bit thicker so you can hold some larger items. If you're looking for something that is heavy use, hey, I'm going to go, hiking in the woods, I'm going to load your stuff down as much as you can, whatever. This is not it for you because you don't want to fill out this thing with 5 or 7 mags. It's not, I mean, you can do it, but it's really, really not going to be comfortable. It's probably going to create some very interesting hot spots. And running this in conjunction with a ruck, I don't know. I haven't really tried it. It does, with under the arm and everything, it does seem like it would create some issues. So this is definitely for covert type applications or, more low profile applications. Not bad for the price point. If you can catch them on sale, I think I got this one for like $45 or $55 on Black Friday. I will say this, if you're looking at the whole thing, the worst part of this all is this guy right here, because I think this was like $30 for this Velcro GP pouch. And I get it because there's sewing across the front, there's sewing for the zipper, there's sewing for the back. I get there's a lot of sews that go into this, but when you look at this being over half of this entire rig, it didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But not terrible. Hopefully this covers some bases for you guys. If you're looking for something like this, again, great entry choice. Just not my favorite.